Alright guys, what is going on? My name is Brando Linick, and this is going to be an example on how to actually be your own boss and make your own income. So if you're looking to do this, create more time freedom, leverage, you've come to the right place. In this video, we're going to talk about The Secret. So if you've watched the movie with Bob Proctor in it, I think he's a phenomenal guy, awesome guy. People like to call him the day in, day out Napoleon Hill of the 21st century. And he's definitely got some stuff going for him. He has a lot of key points, but I have to say, when it comes to The Secret, if you're going to use this to be your own boss and make your own income, build out a business, which is the best way to use it, I'm sorry if you have the idea that you can kind of just declare to the world you're going to start a business and you're going to close your eyes and say, I own a Ferrari, I own a Ferrari, I own a Ferrari, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, and you're just imagining this over in your head and you're not doing anything. There's not going to be a guy who's going to ring your doorbell and automatically show up with a Ferrari and the keys and just put it in your hand and you're going to be rich and you're going to make lots of money. Okay, that's not the way it works. That's not how The Secret works. The best tip I can give you when it works is actually applying a work ethic, okay? I know, big deal, right? Or some of you are like, no kidding, okay? Some of you are already agreeing with this video because you've done this before. And when it comes to The Secret, it really comes down to understanding what you want, why you want it, making sure you're crystal clear on it, your intentions, why you want it, all right, making a big crystal clear vision, maybe writing it down in your notebook before you go to sleep, reading it out loud to yourself, listening to audios of successful people when it comes to business, being your own boss. It's one of the best things you could do. You want to put your downtime just absorbing all this into you, okay? Because then what that's going to do is it's going to turn your subconscious mind into an active progressive learning cycle where it's going to unconsciously allow you and direct you in a form and fashion where you can visualize that house, you can visualize that car that you want. And when you're in business, when you're being your own boss, okay, depending on the business model, you'll be able to take the proper actions to get to where you want to be. But you have to take the actions if you want to use The Secret and the law of attraction to make money, to be your own boss, to create your own income. And to give you an idea of how to go about this, I know some of you are a little bit confused. An example. A year ago, I was working in a restaurant as a baker. I wanted to leave that place so bad. I didn't enjoy it one bit. I was working there 40 to 50 hours a week. Prior to then, I was a dishwasher there, so it was even worse. I went from dishwashing to baking, $10 to $10.50, and I had this whole scheme and idea and vision, okay, that if I made enough money on the side, I would be able to supplement that income and quit that stinking job that I didn't enjoy, okay? And maybe you can relate, maybe you can't relate, but that was my whole scheme. So I started searching on the internet, looking for different part-time businesses I could get involved with. What would be a lucrative part-time business that wouldn't interfere with my job, where I could do it, quietly off on the side, build up an income, and then eventually leave that job. What ended up happening was, after searching, on the internet, and visualizing myself, actually finding the answers. It took me 4 months, guys. It took me 4 months, but it did happen. Not my first night, not overnight, but it took me 4 months searching the internet, because I had this vision and idea of starting a part-time business and actually leaving that job. I could see myself quitting and doing it. It took me 4 months to find an answer, and I actually came across a person who was building a business and income on the internet, and they didn't have employees, equipment, supplies, any of that crazy overhead, so they weren't limited to a location, and they had lots of income coming in because they didn't have that overhead. And because they were able to do this, I modeled and copied them. It took me less than 3 months after that point from modeling them to save up enough money from my job to quit it and create a full-time income business working part-time. Not average, not typical results, but how did that actually intertwine with The Secret? Well, The Secret, Bob Proctor talks about the law of attraction, all right? That your thoughts are actual things in which you attract into your life based on the actions you take on a daily basis and your thought patterns. When it comes to using The Secret, what I had done was I thought about things. I saw myself doing things before I actually had them in my life. I saw myself quitting my job. I saw myself starting a lucrative business. I didn't know if it was going to be traditional or online. It ended up being on the internet because I came across this person who was doing this. All right, I came across an individual after 4 months of searching. Had I not had that image in my head, probably wouldn't have come across that person. I probably would have still been searching because I wouldn't have a clear crystal picture in my head of what I really wanted to do, okay? So does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I wish we could, communicate one-on-one here, but that's pretty much it in this video I wanted to get across to you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and you can take these principles I shared with you to take action and get the results you want. If you want to learn more information about leveraging the internet and using the law of attraction to be your own boss, quit your job, supplement your income through the internet, through systems online, connect with me on my site. If you want to learn how I've done it, how you can do it too. If you're willing to work, willing to learn, willing to listen, I will see you on the other side, and I'll see you on the beach of the world. Take care.